r/rules horror. Posted by u/arwalia. Ida for telling my friend her superstitions are weird and creepy. Hello Reddit. I, 16F, was invited for a sleepover at my friend's, also 16F, house. Let's call her Lucy. Now, she's a pretty normal girl, or so I thought. When I transferred schools this year I had some trouble making friends, but Lucy was super nice to me from the start. I know it's lame, but when I was younger I never got invited to any sleepovers, and maybe it's stupid to have one at our age when everyone else is having house parties, but I was honestly very touched when Lucy invited me over last week. She said January 1st is an important day to spend with friends. I thought that was New Year's and that's why you spend it with family, but whatever, right? So anyway, on the first I woke up late but made sure I was at her house before lunchtime, as promised. And here's when things start getting weird. The door was unlocked when I got there. Now, Lucy lives in a pretty secluded area so I didn't think it was that weird. Sometimes people leave their houses unlocked when they have no neighbors. Not my place to judge, but I would have expected someone to answer the doorbell. Instead, when I let myself in I found a note taped to the other side of the door. I still have it here, so I'll just go ahead and copy it. Hi, my name. Thank you so much for agreeing to sleep over at my house. To make sure we can have as much fun as possible, here's a set of rules you must follow. 1. If you need to call your parents, we have a landline. There's no signal around the area, sorry. Don't panic if your electronics batteries start dying, it's a weird magnetic thing. Don't worry, my computer still works so we won't be bored. 2. Things get weird around here during this time of year. If I'm not there at the door to deliver this note in person, look for me upstairs. 3. If you find me and I don't sound like myself, that's not me. It's my shadow. She can be unsettling, but you have to pretend it's me. Treat her exactly like you would treat me. If she can tell you're not fooled, you don't want to know what happens next. 4. Ignore anyone calling for you. My parents aren't home today, and both me and my shadow will approach directly. Anything trying to get your attention wants to borrow your body for the rest of the year. 5. If you feel your legs carrying you anywhere you don't want them to, you're being lured. Scream at the top of your lungs and I'll come get you. And the list goes on and on, about 30 rules total. At this point I was starting to get really freaked out and was planning to leave before my mom drove off, but then I saw Lucy walk up to me. I asked what her deal was, trying to prank me like that. This is a sore point for me because the reason I transferred schools was because of bullying. She looked at me really weird, and said it was not a prank. I was starting to get a really bad headache by then. For context, I have cochlear implants and apparently the part about weird magnetic fields was true, because they started buzzing and rattling in my skull and it hurt really bad. I'm a bit self-conscious about them so I usually hide them with my hair as much as possible, but I took off the outer part when it got too much. Lucy looked shocked at this. She never asked me about them and I thought she was just being polite, but I guess she really never noticed. I told her I can read lips just fine when she asked, and it got kinda awkward. We had pizza and she gave me some painkillers. Looking back maybe she was trying to apologize? But the magnet in my implant was still bothering me, so I told her I was pissed at her weird notes and that if she sincerely believes that shit she must have some issues. We tried to watch a movie, but I was so uncomfortable I had to use her landline to call my mom to pick me up. Yay for one-sided phone calls when texts don't work. But my mom got the idea, so she came to pick me up. The next day Lucy called and said I should have gone upstairs to get her because she was really looking forward to hanging out. I told her to fuck off and we haven't really spoken since then. My parents think I'm TA because I should be respectful of my friend's religious beliefs and that she's not hurting anyone. That even if we can't hang out at her place with the risk to my implants, that's no reason to call her house rules stupid. I haven't shown them the note yet because I feel weird about it, but at this point I might have to, no matter what the stupid rules say about that. So, what do you think? Ida? Next story of video. Posted by u/ModRaider. Welcome to my grandma's house. Here are some rules. First of all, congratulations. We've been friends long enough that my mama trusts you to come with me and keep me safe here. I know these rules might seem strange, but it is crucially important to follow all of them. Word for word. Trust me on this. My grandma's name is Sue. Not Susie, not Susan, not anything else. Should she introduce herself as one of those names, make your way to my bedroom without saying a word. It's best to stay there as much as you can until the next day. Otherwise, shake her hand and introduce yourself. As long as your name is not Ella, you will get along with her just fine. Should your name be Ella, pick a new name. Do not let her hear you say Ella. 2. Once you settle into my room, pick up all valuable objects and put them somewhere where they can't roll under the bed. Once things go into there, it will not give them back. 3. Grandpa is very lazy. He should stay in his bed at all times. Occasionally, he will try to get up and join us for meals. If you see him walking towards you, alert me immediately. 4. Around 7 p.m., Grandma will have dinner for us. Make sure to clean your entire plate. It's best if you don't question what's in the food. 5. Never accept dessert. Ever. Grandma is a nice lady, but they always try to slip poison into her cookies. 6a. Speaking of cookies, there is a little Girl Scout named Evelyn who lives on Grandma's street. If she knocks on the door and is wearing blue ribbons in her pigtails, feel free to buy a box of cookies from her. You may give these to Grandma as gratitude for her letting you stay here. If she knocks on the door wearing pink ribbons in her pigtails, politely decline and turn her away from the door. If she is wearing yellow ribbons in her hair, you better hope you have a $5 bill on you, because you must buy cookies from her. 6b. If the girl who answers is not wearing pigtails, slam the door immediately. This is not Evelyn. This is Ella. She knows you are here and wants revenge on you for replacing her. 7. Return to the room by 9:30 at night. We may watch a movie, but no horror movies are allowed. 8. I should cover the windows up, but in case I forget, be ready to do it for me. Grab the blanket on my bed and staple it over the windows. Do not leave any space for it to get in. 9. Smash the TV with the hammer that sits nearby. 10. Shut and lock the door. Grandpa likes to wander into rooms at night. 11. Grandma has a cat named Buttons. Buttons lives in this room and doesn't feel like sharing. Be nice to him. I hope you're good with cats. 12a. You must be asleep by 11:14 p.m. I will be awake, but don't question it. I just want to keep you safe. 12b. If for some reason you are unable to get to sleep, bury your head in the pillow and pray. 13. If you wake up to knocking on the door or the window, do not look at either and go immediately back to sleep. 14. Have you made it to the morning? If so, do not go downstairs until I am awake. 15. Do not look at any pictures in the hallways in the morning. It will only be pictures of Ella. Alive and dead. I miss her very much. 16. Do not get breakfast. Grandma did not make it. They did. 17. You may only go upstairs once to retrieve your belongings. If you go back up, you will not come down. 18. Wave goodbye 4 times. Once for me, once for Grandma, once for Grandpa, and once for Ella. 19. When leaving, exit through the front door and leave it open. Do not look back. Get in your car before 10:30 a.m. If Ella is in your car sitting next to you, I'm sorry. All you can do now is pray that she will spare you. 20. When you see me back at school on Monday, come say hi to me as if nothing happened. Unless I am wearing a black dress. Then it is best to never speak to me again. I have become just like my sister, Ella, and will disappear from your memories in a week anyway. 21. You are not to discuss this with anyone. Even your therapist. Nothing is confidential. You will be heard, and eventually found. Thank you so much for coming with me. You are truly helping me stay alive.